and move his big body. I mean, he's probably, we may list him as 238 now, but he's probably about 245 now. So we're really impressed with him. And then Malik, from Atlanta, they're the same. Day's a little bit bigger. Malik may be a little more explosive, so you need those two types of players back there.
Malik Williams, is he somebody that could end up on your side or the other side of the ball?
He could end up anywhere. We're going to have a recruiting battle for him because he's an athlete. He can do a lot of things. He's shown that he can play safety. He played receiver. He played running back. He's a good size kid. So it'll be, when we get him here in the summertime, we'll have to move him around to different spots and see where the need is once he gets here.
Andre, forgive me if I answer this question, but how good does it feel to get Juwan and Dez, those kinds of guys, on paper now and to kind of move forward?
Well, it's good because now, I can start talking about it. It's hard when you've been recruiting Juwan for so long, but you never could say his name. It's you have some press conferences where you start talking about Kane, but you're really talking about Juwan. But now you can talk about him and talk about the type of kid he is, how mature he is. That's just what's more impressive to me, that he's a really mature kid, a really good teammate. I think that's why him and Lamar fit together. That's why him and Lamar and Reggie are really good friends now, and they hang out together because they're good teammates. They want to do what they have to do to win.
And you can talk with them a little bit more. Keon was just, when we were talking to him earlier, saying he's excited to start talking with you guys and learning what you all expect from him.
Yeah, Keon's another one that I am really excited about. When we first got here, Keon was a really young kid, skinny kid, but we knew about him. He's going to be one of these guys that you guys are going to be really after in a couple of years. And then Keon came to camp this last off season, and he put on a show. He understood how to run routes. He has foot speed. He can finish plays down the field. He has the ability to get yards after the catch. Very confident kid, but at the same time a very humble kid. So I'm really impressed with Keon. I think we're really fortunate to have him on our team, and I think he's going to make a lot of plays on our field.
We were at a couple of the signings with the high school kids today that were coming here. They were so excited. The energy was great. But for you guys on the other side, how great is it to bring in that local talent?
Yeah, it's always good to have kids from right here in our backyard because, we really have a lot of respect for the high school coaches here in the city. We have an open door policy for the high school coaches here in the city. They can come in and watch our video. We'll spend time with them. So it's good to have kids that are in the city that we can go in, feel like they can come in and help us. So I think it's going to be good. And it's, there's nothing like when a local kid runs in the end zone with the ball. I think our fans kind of like that a little bit more.
We've seen that a little bit this year.
Yeah, Reggie.
With the one where you do have, you said that familiarity, you've known him for a while now. How much farther along might you be in the process of
He's a lot further along than the average guy that's signing today, mentally, and understanding what we're doing on offense, understanding what his role is. He's a lot further along. I mean, that was a part of the recruiting process. I felt like the way we could save him is if I teach him the offense, and he felt like he knew the offense and he wouldn't go anywhere else once it got late in the recruiting process.
So there's a chance he could be. I mean, you're saying he has the possibility to be the starter of the man next year.
Yeah. They all have an opportunity. We evaluate everything every day. Whichever quarterback gives us the best opportunity to win games, that's the quarterback that plays. All of our kids know that. Everybody in our city knows that.
What's the challenge of recruiting a receiver from the San Francisco Bay Area, and what kind of player do you see as Chris Taylor?
Chris is a little bit different than the average kid that's from the San Francisco Bay Area because Chris's grandparents live here. Chris's mother is a University of Louisville graduate. So it was a little bit more connection than just the average kid from San Francisco. And he came out to our camp last season. It may have been the season before when he was headed into his junior year maybe. And we worked him out here in the indoor at one of our camp sessions. He did a fantastic job. We love this kid. He's tall, he's long, he has natural hands. He can move his body in and out of breaks to get open. He could play multiple positions also. Of course, I see him as a receiver that can jump in the end zone and make plays.
It's great to get these kids here and signed today, but when does the real work starts? It's great to get these kids here, but you move forward with them.
Well, we move forward today. We load up packages for them. They'll start to get their workouts in the mail. we'll give them today to celebrate and have dinner with their family. But tomorrow, I expect them to be studying and getting ready to go because the process now is fast. They'll get here in June, right after graduation. We'll be on the field working. It's our responsibility to teach them and make sure we're on the phone with each one of them, making sure that when they get here, they understand where to line up. They're not going to understand everything, but there is a certain level that they need to learn before they get here, and we have to teach them.
What is that level of preparation when they show up to campus on day one?
They're not gonna understand the work ethic actually being on the field with us and how intense it is and how fast it's gonna be. But I'm gonna expect these receivers to know where to line up once they get here. Now we have to teach them, and I expect Juwan to be able to get in the huddle, and he can already do it really. To get in the huddle and call plays and communicate the cadence. He won't know all the progressions or any of that when he gets here, but he's going to understand how to step in. He's going to know some of the terminology and the language when he gets here.
Signed 4 receivers.